Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. Jacob Letman here. Before we get going with today's video, I want to help save you guys money on what is one of all of our biggest expenses as rideshare drivers. Fuel, right? Costs us thousands of dollars each year fueling up our vehicles, and now you can save money. All you have to do, go to the video description below. There's a link there for the GetUpside app. You're going to click that, download the app on your phone, and then you go fill up. You're going to save 15 cents per gallon. You'll continue to save on all of your fuel fill-ups nationwide. You can't do it retroactively though, right? Once you download the app, you can't go back and use our promo. You have to download the app using our link in the video description below. So go, video description below, click it, download the app, save money on all of your fuel fill-ups. All right, let's get on to the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. It's a great day. It's a great day. This is why somebody just walked by right as I did that, and they're totally looking at me. That's okay, I don't care. You know why? Because I have finally landed pandemic unemployment assistance in my bank account as of today. Almost 2 months after the CARES Act was signed into law and unemployment insurance was expanded to cover self-employed personnel, rideshare drivers, gig workers. What a relief it is. And not only that, it is my retroactive payment that backs all the way. My last day of work was March 23rd, so covers me all the way back to then. Now, unfortunately, in the state of Arizona, we are the second lowest paying unemployment benefit state, so that sucks. But I wanted to make this video because this is still a really important topic. I read an article yesterday from Gridwise that only 18% of rideshare drivers have started receiving pandemic unemployment assistance benefits. So that means that there are a lot of drivers out there still that have not gotten their benefits. Now, I know that we have a lot of drivers that are updating us, letting us know where they are, and that they have started getting benefits, and that's great. If you're a rideshare driver that has not, jump down in the comment section below. Let us know where you're at, if you've tried to apply, what's going on with you so that you haven't gotten your benefits. Just to give you guys kind of a recap of my deal. You know, so we found out that back in March that pandemic unemployment assistance was being created to encompass self-employed people, rideshare drivers, to get unemployment benefits. And then basically we had no idea how that was going to come about. There wasn't a lot of correspondence or information about it. And then some of the states started saying, hey, you can apply for traditional unemployment insurance benefits. And a lot of us did that, and we all pretty much got denied. And then we were freaking out because we were like, what the heck? You told us to apply, now you're denying us. And so then we had to wait longer, and then states started to update on like the process and the timeline of when self-employed people could apply for pandemic unemployment assistance. So it's been a whole deal. So basically, I just want to tell you guys about the process of me finally applying for pandemic unemployment assistance. Actually, what they did here in the state of Arizona was a little different. Excuse me. They anybody who applied for traditional unemployment insurance benefits here that was then denied, deemed monetarily ineligible, basically meaning that they tried to look up your company that you worked for, which was you know, or maybe Uber or Lyft if you put that in, and they weren't able to verify your income through that business, so they deemed you monetarily ineligible. Anybody in the state of Arizona that was deemed monetarily ineligible for traditional unemployment benefits, they sent out 3 weeks worth of payments for a total of $2,151 here. Just 3 random weeks. The last week of April, the first 2 weeks of May. which was $117 a week from the state, and then the additional $600 a week from the federal government. So that's how that added up to $21.51. So they did that just so that all the self-employed people could have something in the bank while they were still trying to verify their eligibility for pandemic unemployment assistance. Now, one of the catches of that is basically the check came in the mail and it had a letter that said, if you cash this, you are deeming that you're self-certifying that you are eligible for pandemic unemployment assistance, and if you are incorrect, it is punishable by it's fraud, basically. So you better have your ducks in a row to do it, right? Okay, so anyway, then they came out with they created a whole new system, which a lot of states have done, for pandemic unemployment assistance, which understandably took a long time to creating a whole website, going through the bugs, all of that stuff to make sure that it processed all of the things that they wanted it to process. That's a lot of work. So hats off to all of the people that work at unemployment offices nationwide, and their part that they played in getting that done so that drivers like you and I could receive unemployment insurance benefits. So anyway, here in the state of Arizona, they got that up and running. I was able to go through and apply. I'm going to go over it step by step. I'm going to make another video if you guys think it'd be helpful. We'll do a screen recording, go over it step by step so I can show you the process and what I put in, because there were still a couple of hang-ups even with the pandemic unemployment assistance program, going through putting in information. It still got confusing, like well, we'll go over it in another video. Anyway, made my way through it, and the biggest part, I will tell you guys this, the biggest part, if you have not gone through and done your pandemic unemployment assistance questionnaire, what am I trying to say? Filing process. If you haven't gone through that filing process yet, one of the biggest things is that you need to have your financials from 2019 in order, meaning they want, at least here, and I know in other states as well, they want your net earnings for quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 from 2019, so they can determine how much you are eligible for from a state amount each week. Each one has a base amount, which is $117 here, and then in California it's $167, and then they have a max amount too. And that's going to be determined upon your net income. Now, the crappy thing about that is that as a self-employed person, we have a lot of write-offs, right? So it makes our income look a lot lower. Net income is way low. Our gross income is far higher than our net income compared to someone at a W-2 job, right? Because they don't have expenses that they're writing off. We have tons of expenses that we write off so that we don't have to pay a boatload in taxes. And that's just how it works, but that's what they go off of. So you want to look like you make a lot of money in the net stuff that you put in. But anyway, so that aside, so I went through, did that. I have a lot of write-offs, so I was only deemed eligible for the lowest amount of $117 a week, which is really pretty crappy. If it wasn't for the additional $600 a week from the federal government, I would have been better off working a street corner during the whole pandemic than I would be waiting for pandemic unemployment assistance. So anyway, I didn't do that because who's going to pick me up? Just kidding. All right, so anyway, I went through it, and then it actually fairly quickly, within several days, they processed that through, said I was eligible, and then, yeah, today got the money in my account that backdated all the way back to March 23rd, minus the $2,151 that I was already paid, and so I've got that coming in, and then I just did another verification for last week, so I'll have last week's coming in next week. So anyway, it's a good thing. The money's coming in for a lot of us out there. I just wanted to update you guys, let you know where I was at in my process, and again, I want to make a video, go over the whole process with a screen recording, show you guys what information to put in, where some hangups could be, that kind of thing. But more importantly, let me know where you're at physically, state-wise, and whether or not you have received pandemic unemployment assistance. I know a lot of you have, but again, for the people who are struggling out there that need some more assistance, let us know what you need help with, and we'll try and help you out with some guidance on that. So any other questions or concerns in regards to this, you guys, let me know. And then finally, just a question that I want to throw out there. I made another video about it, and people tore me up in the comment section, but I don't think they understood what I was saying. Basically, the deal is this. As state economies reopen, anyone that was on unemployment assistance, especially traditional unemployment assistance, right? If you had a W-2 job, you got let go, the economy reopens, your job reopens, they call you back into work, you cannot say no. You can't say, no, I'm not coming back in, and still continue to receive unemployment benefits. And they can back check that from the unemployment office with your employer, because your employer reports that to the unemployment office. The unemployment office says, hey, you were offered a job, you have to take it, or you don't have to, but you cannot continue to receive unemployment benefits. Now the question, the million-dollar question is, how is that process going to look for self-employed people? If you drive for Uber and Lyft, your state economies start reopening, but you just decide not to drive because it's kind of risky. They don't have any protocol on that yet, but something's going to happen. I just want you guys to all be prepared for that. At some point, they're going to say, if you're self-employed, I don't know, or maybe they won't. But it's food for thought, and if anyone has any thoughts on it, I'd be curious to know, because they don't plan on continuing to just pay people through the end of the year with your state economy reopened. But I don't know how they're going to force us to go back to work, if that makes sense. Anyway, food for thought. I'm Jacob Lettman. This is the Rideshare Hub. That's your pandemic unemployment assistance update. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there.